We are live. For those of you just tuning in, we are doing an oil filter housing on this Jeep Wrangler. 2017, it's got a 3.6 liter V6. I know the camera kind of cut out yesterday on the removal. The key thing, once you have it unbolted, it's a lot easier to get this hose clamp off, especially if you don't have this special little hose clamp tool. If you don't have something like this, it's definitely very difficult to get at. Even with that tool, I still had to unbolt it first and then pull it out. You have a lot of slack on this line, so I was able to pull it out and just unclamp it like this. This plug was easy to get to. It was facing up. The other one, as you can see, is facing upside down. So this one's a little bit more difficult to get to. But once you unplug it, you can flip the unit. Just be careful, oil and coolant are going to come out. Do not let it fall into the heads. That's why we have this, blocked off right now. Yesterday I also cleaned. I vacuumed up over here, and I stuffed these rags down here to absorb the remaining of the coolant and the oil. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull these out. And as you can see, we still have a good amount of oil down there. These are the knock sensors, so do be careful. You don't want to damage the wires. They are a pretty small gauge, and they're probably brittle because they've probably been here for some time. I did better on that one. There's one right here. Let's see. I'm very happy with my paper towels. They did a lot better than I thought they were gonna do. I thought I was gonna come back and this was gonna be still filled. Very happy with the results. We're gonna get our shop back in there and get a little bit more of that cleaned out. First, let's get us some more light. More light. All right. So just a little bit more I want to clean up, but looks a lot better than it was before. I would definitely wear gloves. I'm gonna actually go put some on because the casting, especially on this new head on the right, the casting is sharp. You can cut your hands on this. But I think I'll put that there. As far down as we can. Like I said, most of this coolant and oil was already here. Obviously, some of it spilled out when I unbolted the cooler and I unplugged this hose. But I did catch a good amount of it. One more rag, like right there. Let's get one more rag. Alright. And these passageways for this coolant look actually pretty good. I'm going to clean a little bit of the residue from the old seals. But like that back one looks very clean. This front one looks very clean, surprisingly. Ooh. That's a good brush. Small brush. If we can fit this in there. If not, sandpaper. Oh. Yeah. I almost want to use a battery brush on this. I think I am. Use a battery brush. Because you need like a straight up and down brush to clean these out. I'm not too worried about this guy. Yeah. Let's see if that works. Torque specs. Where's this battery brush at? There it is. Oh! I don't think that's gonna work. You have like a paintbrush? Yeah. Actually, I might use that hook tool. Just want to scratch. Yeah. Let me try one of these. See if this works. Oh, it's a little harder. Okay. Yeah, no, that might work. Thank you. Toothbrush. Smart. Alright. I'm gonna try the toothbrush. Yeah, that's fire. Yeah, toothbrush works. Harder bristles would be better, but... And if this water wasn't right here, that would definitely make it a little easier. But yeah, just clean this up as much as you can. So the new seal will. I'm gonna take some of that coolant out. Just because this would have worked better. It would have worked better dry. So I'm gonna set this here. Try this. I need. Did I put it back? It's over here. Turkey baster. This is what I cleaned most of the coolant out and the oil out with. Shoot. Just don't let it get on the alternator. It's just going to be a never-ending process. I feel like you need to block the front ones more than the back ones, if anything. Sheesh. Yeah, that's a never-ending process. We're not gonna ever run that, right? And this is definitely the wrong coolant that's in there. It should be orange, not pink. I'll just set that over there. Alright. Well, yeah, no, if this brush was a little harder, it would work. I could like glue it or something. Yeah. Hook tool it is. This might scratch it, but I think we can just get in there like so. Doesn't even feel like anything there. It feels like there's a lip, but I don't think there's actually a lip. I feel like brake clean would definitely help this. And a scraper tool. Yeah, we gotta soften this up, so that's not working. I would do a coolant flush. Damn, I'm gonna cut my hand. Even these gloves are not really protecting. I definitely would use mechanic gloves when working down here. We're gonna switch brushes. That pick was a joke. Yeah. Big boy brush or a copper brush? I don't think we're fitting this down there. It's probably going to be this carpet brush. I'm pretty sure this is good enough. I'm just being a perfectionist. think it's pretty clean. Most of the rest of this you can get off with like your nail. So I always tell y'all, don't cut your nails all the way down. I'm sure you're in a razor blade to get the rest of this off. I don't like to feel it. If I feel it, I'm sure the new seal will feel it. Okay. Now for the finishing touch. And I do this so I don't have to use silicone. Putting silicone messes up torque specs, especially if you put too much. I don't need to put silicone here. This should be good enough. And if not, we'll just do it again. That's good. So get a little bit more of this coolant out of this guy right here. Just, I like clean workspace. I like clean. Clean, dry workspace. Don't want to see a bunch of, yeah. Yeah, that's what I like to see. 2 points. Hooping. I think we're clean enough. I did see something down in this plug though. I don't know what that is. We're gonna try to get it out of there. Something fell down there. I doubt it's metallic. We're gonna try. We're gonna try and see. Look like a chunk of dirt. But I'm not sure. We're gonna find out. I don't know what that is. I feel like it's just dirt. So I can't really touch it. It goes all the way down there. I don't know what that is. Shop vac. Check the hose. This will get whatever I missed. think that's pretty much what we're gonna do. Try to get that last little bit out in the back. But this is already better than it was. Better than I'm satisfied. Let's put it down. I'm satisfied. If you want to get everything out of the nooks and crannies, be my guest. I don't want it that bad. I'm sure this will evaporate over time. I will spray some brake clean down there though. A little bit. A little bit of brake clean. Good old Hyundai. Ugh. I'd pay money to not see one of those things again. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright, start putting this sucker back in. So this is the old one. Like I said, what usually fails is the cooler itself. But, like I said, there's 2 wired connectors, 1 hose, and then these are the seals. As you can see, they're all flattened and hard and brittle. This is more than likely where it failed. Basura. Gosh. And now we're not gonna throw it out yet because we might need the what do you call it? The sensors. I don't always like using these sensors.
Yeah, sometimes the center is not the same.
Yeah. That's why I don't. That and then it's aftermarket.
Yeah, just check the plug.
Yeah. I kind of want to swap them, but I'm like, just leave it alone.
Looks same, huh?
Yeah. Should be okay. Weird connectors. This one is like offset. They're both like offsets. Weird. Well, that's Mopar for you, right? We'll put a little white lithium grease on the seal. Just a little bit. It's a little more than I wanted to put. Just to help it get on there. I don't think none of these need it, but never hurts. Never hurts, never hurts. Some people use PB Blast. That's a lot more than they wanted on there. They're like butter. It don't taste like butter. But it looks like butter. I love these paper towels. I use these in my house. I want to talk about super absorbent. Get the blue shop rags. Alright. So like you just heard my friend here say, make sure your connectors plug in. We have first one. This is the 3-pin connector, which goes here. Make sure it plugs in. Doesn't only go one way. See, this one's got like a curve on it, and that one doesn't. Okay, so let's double check. Look at that. Yep. See? Different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, and it's so small. You would hardly notice. See how this one doesn't
Yeah.
have, and that's straight?
Yeah.
So stupid. Why? 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 Like, why? Holy cow. Ay, ay, ay. Sheesh. I just should swap both of these, man. Aftermarket. Aftermarket. So it's we're gonna put these back in the way they came. Does this other one matter? I should have tried to plug it in. Fudge. I already don't like it. I already don't like it. I already don't like it. It's like 27. This is a wrench. You know, if I'd have known this yesterday, I'd have done this yesterday. Big wrenches over here. What in the world? Yo. That wasn't a
Socket?
wrench.
Wrench here.
Like, where the gray ones at? It was like the big, it was like a thing with,
The big? Yeah.
it was over there, right? Here it is, right here. Okay. Dang. 27 and I think it's 22 and 24. Going crazy, like I know they're in here somewhere. Sheesh. No, it's not a 20. It's gotta be a 27. And standard size, I don't know. It's not 28. Sockets. Try 27 here. 30. It's an inch. 16. Another 24. I'm feeling it's going to be an inch. This is a 30, this is a 30, 30, 32. Alright, we're going to try an inch. Try an inch, and then we'll work our way down. Alright, so this one I don't care about. It's a little bigger than an inch. Open them. Alright. Bigger than an inch. Try 30. 30's too big. Inch and an eighth. No, inch and an eighth too big. So it's like an inch and a 16th. ridiculous. Whoo. I'm gonna lose my mind. Alright. Inch and a 16th, inch and an 8th, inch and 5, inch and a 16th. Try this. Sheesh. What's the possibility of that? Yeah, I don't think so. We don't care about this cooler. This cooler we don't care about. This is the only reason I'm doing this, because we don't care about it, okay? We're not using it. I don't plan to ever reuse it. So it's the only reason we're gonna do this. It's because we don't care about it. Okay? Don't buy aftermarket. That plastic sounded like it snapped. Look how far out that is. So ridiculous, man. No aftermarket.
Yeah, all of them get like that.
Toughique. Headache. I didn't even pay attention to which way the damn thing is. I don't even care at this point. All I know is it's going as far in as it came out. That's crazy. Damn. Don't buy aftermarket. I always say it, and now you see why. Risk breaking this now. To save $100. If you gotta pay me to do this twice, you lose your money. Look at the mess of freaking thread like they put on this. Oh my gosh. That ain't coming out. That ain't coming out. Holy cow. What did they torque this to? This one I probably ain't gonna switch. Holy cow. What thread lock is this? Green? I don't think I've ever seen green thread lock. That's a coolant temp sensor. Alright. I gotta figure out how to get this in. So that was the easy part. Dang it. Stupid. See, that's why I didn't throw it out yet. That's trash bin for 30 days. Dang, I really don't know how I'm gonna do this. I doubt that they put that in there. Snug. Like, yeah, he might have to swap this. Oh, I was able to do it. Oh, snap. I do like that this is aluminum. I do like that. Okay. Wow. I didn't think that I'd get that loose. But I did. I got it loose. Holy cow. And this is technically a pipe fitting, I believe. So do not over tighten this. When it stops, it stops. It's aluminum though, so I'm not as worried. Now let's see what orientation this is in. This one is upside down. So we're gonna try and hope that I can put this back in upside down. I'm gonna make sure it's flush. Alright. When I feel it stop, that's when it's stopping. I might go one more turn. Put it under your arm. Then we're gonna go one more rotation, and that's it. Right there. That's good for me. That's good for me. That's good for me. That's good for me. I probably wiped all this white lithium grease off. But it's all good. This is the main one. We just need to make sure these all kind of just sit on there. As well as the coolant is going to help lubricate them. Alright. Whew. So, like I was saying before, make sure everything plugs in. This one goes here. Try to do it without pulling on the wire too much. Okay. I felt it click in, so I have one. That's one, alright. Next, I grab the other one and just move this hose out the way for now. Alright, this one looks like it technically should go over. So like that. And this one, of course, is upside down as well, because I didn't care to swap this around. Okay, that's on. Does this one have a lock? Okay, so that one has a lock, that one doesn't. So, make sure that you push that one. Lock back in? I'm not even here.
I think we're at
I don't know if the lock was in or not.
السد عفنت النهاية
Wait, what?
الكاميرا السد عفنت
Yeah, but I know it.
I don't know if that's a lock. I feel like it's a lock. I feel like only this one had a lock. Or was it only that one had a lock? I feel like it's locked, regardless. Make sure you connect this plug. I think that's locked. I hope it's... Whatever. I think that's locked. It's not coming out. I can't see this thing vibrating off. Alright, next. The hose. Just take a little bit of coolant. Dab it on the inside of the hose. As well as on the outside of this fitting. Alright, that'll make it easier to go on. And you won't have to fight with it as much. At least that's the plan. That's always the plan. Boom. Back on you go. Alright. Now, what I do is I turn it to orientate the hose so the hose isn't all twisted. Okay. And it is a little doozy to fissure in there. This other stuff is gonna get in the way. But all in all, it's gonna sit right about there. So what I'm gonna do now, make sure my hose is turned the way it's supposed to be, which it looks like it is. We're gonna put that clamp back on and then we're gonna sit her back down. So let's pull this back out of here. You can tell that this is probably just a little bit bigger than its plastic counterpart. Now remember this hose, I want this, make sure it's pushed as far back as possible. As far as you can get it on there, right? And then I'm gonna remember that this hose was actually upside down. So we're gonna try and flip it so that it lines back up the way it was. I didn't want that to happen. But it's all good. Got a little warm in here. Oh, dang, we're working on 3 cars today. It's hurt my freaking knee. Need water. Take a quick water break. All right. Back to it. Sorry.
It's okay.
Ooh. Let's get her done. So, yeah, this guy's to make this a whole lot easier. Just has this little teeth at the end, and when you squeeze the handle, it compresses the clamp. So, consider this a must-have for any aspiring tech, mechanic, whatever you want to call yourself. Alright, so like I said, here, main thing here, so I'm going to keep the hose as far on as possible, which is good where it's at. I want to do this without messing up the new head that was just replaced. And I want to see if I can spin this all in one fell swoop without touching the battery, because I'm going to have to do this from the left side. So I'm just going to turn this just a little bit, because I don't want to break that sensor. More than anything in the world, don't mess up the sensors. Especially not the ones down here. That stupid clamp is hoses in the way. I I knew it was going to be, but it's okay. We're just gonna do like this and slide you. Gotta make sure you're on there, Only thing is, you gotta make sure you got some good hand strength. Cause getting this sucker to move ain't all it's cracked up to be. Now I need pliers for this. Damn it. I think we're gonna need to do this and then do the wires. Fudge. Alright. I'll tell you I'm sweating. Oh, my knee hurts. Everything hurts. Alright. So now, the 2 wires that we just plugged in, we're gonna have to unplug. Because, you know, thank you, Dodge, Jeep, Chrysler, Ram. Yeah, no, that's not wants to come out now. Is there a lock on here? There is. Yeah, there's a lock. Okay. Got the pick. Orange pick tool. Ooh, I was like, I know there was a lock on one of these. I just didn't push that lock in, so it locked itself in. It locked itself in. So we're going to gently pry down on this tab. Yeah, I probably pushed the red pin in after. Alright. Alright. So now we see that the hose clearly has to be done first. So this is going to be an interesting feat. Alright. So we want the hose like this. Right? Or something like it. Yeah. This orientation should be fun. And you see how those grooves are? We're going to try and put those back so those grooves go back as close as we possibly can. Which means it's probably going to have to be like this because that has to go. Also go to the right, so just a snitch. A smidge of the bit to the right. Alright. Shouldn't have to be this difficult. I personally think you're better off unclamping the hose up here. Wherever this thing goes. Where does this thing go? I think you're better off unclamping it up here, connecting it there, putting it and setting it down, and then connecting it up here. I think that would be better. But I'm not taking this off and doing this all over again. Just because this will literally take like another 30 minutes to do that. So we're going to position you like so. Get this guy. I really just want to use pliers. I think I am just going to use pliers, at least for right now. I'm just going to use pliers for right now. It doesn't need to go that far. As long as it's like right there. I know it's past that stupid thing. We're going to try this. Just be careful of the sensors. It's not going the way I want it to go already. Damn it. What's about to happen, you're about to get a coil spring clamp in a second. Oh, I hate these stupid things. You know what? Yeah. It's getting a coil clamp. It's getting a coil clamp. I'm not fighting with this. Nope. Not I. Not I. I can kiss my butt. It's just because the hose is a little bit swollen. I don't give a dang. I hate these clamps anyway. Too much tension for my being. Yeah. I never like those. Never ever. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah. Make life easy. Make life easy. Probably going to use this guy. Compare it to the one I just took out. So it's about same diameter. See if I can find something a little bit wider. I like to match the width more than anything. I think that's about as close as we're gonna get though. Yeah. 7/8. This is 3/4. And this is an inch. So I'm gonna say, I think 7/8. I think 7/8 will do the trick. And I'll put it where I can get to it, which would be over here. Maybe an inch. Because I'm not fighting with this. Why would I fight with this? Do an inch. Boom, straight to the side. Boom, look at that. Perfect. Lined it up where I needed to. Me personally, I like to put it on the edge here because I like them to seal right here, not here. I don't want it to fill up with fluid. I want it to stop here. Does that make sense? So think about it. It's on here, right? Of course, it's going to be a little hard to put this through there, but essentially, like that, feel it right. Like that's the opening. Yeah, we want it like a little bit back, so I want it like where the clamp starts at, I guess, if that makes sense. So I want this like here. Okay? Trust me, this is the difference between it leaking in 6 months and it leaking never. Trust me. See, like right there. And then I want it at like this angle because it's going to be pretty much a straight drop. So we're going to do like that. And then we're going to tighten it. Whew. Be like stubby flathead. Alright. Just tighten, suck it down until you can't tighten it no more. Because I don't want this leaking. Because you're not going to find out until you put it all the way back together. I still want to cover that. See? Like, imagine I drop my screwdriver down there. I think this is a little too big to fit, but don't want to find out. Really want to do this with a impact. Okay, my headlamp is dead. Huh. Would you look at that? Yeah, it's about to die. I think we're gonna whip out the 8 or the 7, whichever one. What you think it is? I think it's a 7. No, it's an 8. Get this bad boy. I'm tired. I want to get this done. I don't want to be here all day. I don't want to be here all day. Contrary to belief. Should be good right there. I'm gonna check it by hand. So I think that's good. I think that's good. I like to see it squeezing all this stuff. That's what I like to see. One more torque for good luck. Just because you don't know the torque spec for that hose clamp. That should be good right there. The main thing is you can't turn it, which I can't. I think that's good. So now that the hose is in and oriented in the direction that you want, now you can plug these guys in. So pull them up. I think you want the sleeve as far down as it can go. And then just protect. Try to do this without squishing them. Like I said, this is a very tight fit over here. All right. 2. First. So the gray one should go here. Okay. I felt it click. I don't know if you guys heard it or not. This one, push in and then push the red in. So that was cool that they did that. At least you can push that in. Careful with these guys. And then just line this little guy up right here on this side. Line that up. Wiggle. Wiggle. There we go. It just popped in. Alright. Now we're going to try and put these bolts in. because I'm not reusing the bolts. It came with bolts. We're not reusing them. Boom. Where's my choice? This is the same. Yep, E8. So I'm gonna need this guy. Ridiculous. Ridiculous and meticulous. Alright, let's get back to it. Ooh. Alright, so we got the cooler in. We've got the hose to the cooler. We have the coolant temp sensor. I want to say that's the oil pressure sensor. Now we're gonna start these by hand. I got one in. There should be two. I'm just giving these 3 or 4 good turns so I know that they're seated in place. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So you're putting these, I don't know if you guys can see this or not. Putting these, there's 5 bolts, 2 in the back, 3 up front. I'll show you on the old one more time. Getting this one, the ones closer to the oil filter housing, those are difficult to start. You can't really get your hand down there. So because of that, by hand, we'll start those 2. The other ones have already been started. And I can, this one I can't really feel go in. Okay, there it is. Okay, so this one down some. Ha, there goes my other light. Alright. So that's good. So that's good. Alright. They're all on there. Now we're gonna do the rest of it. I'm just snugging these. Just snugging them. Okay. Alright, that should be snug. Yeah, so now we're going to torque them in the order it wants to be torqued. And we're going to look that spec up together. Nissan. No, Datsun. Mm-hmm. Datsun. Yeah, oil pressure sensor, oil temp sensor, sorry. Dang it. Oil pressure sensor, oil temp sensor. 177 inch-pounds. I can tell you, I know for a fact that at least the one that I did is. So let's go back. So we have new seals. Lubricate the O-ring seals. 1 and 2 with clean engine oil. So it says oil. I use white lifting grease. Belly heater hose. So it does say to do that first. Position the oil filter housing on the engine block. Loosely install the 5 oil filter housing. Tighten oil filter housing once in the sequence shown to the proper spec. So there's one on the left, and he goes diagonal across 3, 4, 5 in an X pattern. Already connected those. Start them, style. Fill corn. Alright, so normal stuff. So right now, like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I'm at official life. I said have that in here is oil cooler to oil filter housing. I need the oil filter housing. Oil filter housing, oil cooler to engine block. So 106 inch-pounds. 106 inch-pounds. 106 in park. Alright. So we're gonna get our little guy. Another lesson on torque wrench. So unlock it. So this one is an inch-pound one. So every single one of these numbers, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, every single one of these is 12 inch-pounds. Okay? So all the way to 10 would be 120 inch-pounds. So if I dial it back 1 notch, that takes it away 12. So this is 108. Okay? 108 should be good. 108 should be good. Alright. What did I just do with my socket? Alright. So the sequence, so I want you to do so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 3. This is the one on the right side of the oil filter, like where the filter itself goes. Four is on the left side of the sensors, right above the coolant hose. Number 5 is smack dab between the cooler and the oil filter. All right, boom, 106 inch-pounds. Nice. All right. I'll do the carving on that side versus this side. Those valves are actually surprisingly clean. Alright. But, yeah. Clean this up a little bit. At least where the gasket's gonna sit at. Try not to let it flow back into the engine. That's why I was vacuuming before. But vacuum's not gonna get everything. I said push it away from the valves, preferably. Where's that other brush I had? Just slight. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Just a light scratching. Just a light scratching. Just away from the hole, not into it. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. That's it. Don't need to scratch up the ports to the head. Just make it so you don't have an intake loop. And you shouldn't, because the gasket sits here, not all the way around it. It's just when I'm down here, I try to make things look a little pretty. Try. But I'm not going to drop garbage into the motor to do it. It's good enough. Oh. Back in. It came with the gaskets. The gasket's fine. Gasket's fine. All these gaskets are fine. We're gonna replace them. Just because we got them. Do I want to? No. I don't like disturbing stuff that doesn't need to be disturbed. I don't. But we're gonna do it. Just because you guys are watching, and I don't want to be judged in the comments. I don't want to be judged. Why didn't you change your stuff? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that should be number 6. The square ones go up top. At least do the bottom ones. What's going on? Alright, we're gonna change the bottom ones. So, the easiest way to do this, a little pick tool right here, and pull the sucker out from the top. Pull it out from the top. Oh gosh. Alright, we're gonna do this on the little fake table over here. Make sure you clean both sides of your intake. I've seen people set this down on a bench and it sit on a leaf, and now you have an intake vacuum leak because where you set your intake down at. And don't slide it. Don't slide it. Really should put it on a piece of cardboard. It's not metal. That's the only reason I'm not too worried. This isn't metal on metal. This is plastic. And then just pull these out. Pull these out one by one. Okay. And try to dry this up before you put the new seals in. What's that brush that I had? I just saw it. As soon as I go grab another one, I'll find it. It's fine. I'd rather use a dry one anyway. Paintbrush. Get your Picasso on. Paintbrush in the grooves. Toothbrush in the grooves. Whatever you got. Just use something. I do like these seals though. I have never pulled one of these and the seals were just flattened and terrible. Now they don't have as many ridges as the originals. So I don't know if how well you can see that. I have these little bumps on them. But you would think, oh, well, it shouldn't matter. I'm sure there's a reason. I'm sure there's a reason. And I'm sure they hold these gaskets in a lot better. But let's see how this goes. Because the other ones we can change while it's in the vehicle. They're still on top. Okay. Pull these other three out. So there's just a little slot in there where you can get to it a lot easier. Make these sealed way better. I can tell you that right now. Spray some brake cleaner. With the straw. They should stay. Let's see. Let's see how good they stay, but should stay. Now I only have to worry about a little bit left at the bottom. Check your ink. Oh no, we're spilling gas. Still gas in the fuel line, of course. Which means I'm probably gonna have to extra prime. Oh, it should be good now. Okay. Just installing these lower intake gaskets, seals, whatever you want to call them. Okay. All right, George, don't light no cigarettes yet. I said, don't light no cigarettes yet.
Yeah.
Where does this fuse come? It's like this. Yeah, so we know it's like this because it's the way the ports go. So it goes like this. So it should have a, yeah, it goes like this. Alright. Don't know what was plugged in there. And I honestly don't even know where the fuel hose is at this point. But I know it's over there somewhere. So now what we're gonna do is making sure that you don't rip none of these seals out. Gently. And if you can, put these suckers on top of this little hose here. It's like the only reason I was like, oh, leaving that here might actually be handy. Okay, and that sucker goes in like this. I said we're being careful of our seals. It goes that way. I think it goes the other way. I think it goes this way. So we're gonna check our seals one more time. They're on there, they're over there. Alright, so my apologies. The cutout is to go around the filter. So we're gonna do this again. Keep our injector connectors up top. Keep it up top. And kind of swivel it under. Stay up here. I don't know why you don't want to stay up here. I don't know why you're being difficult. That looks like that's where it's supposed to be at. That's what it looks like. Where's the fuel line at? I tucked it away somewhere. I'll find it eventually. I really don't know where this fuel line is. This is a brake line. Is that really where that guy goes? I guess so. How does this guy go? There's the brake line. Okay, there's the fuel hose. I was like, where is the fuel hose? There's the fuel hose. These are for the injector, so spilling that on my coil. It's a great idea. Right. So I should have left this where it was, but it's fine. Can fix that after. So this needs to go, and then that fuel line goes on top of it, I believe. Yeah. So we're gonna bolt this down, torque it first. Torque it. So we're gonna check. Make sure we got everything lined up the way it's supposed to be. That one went in. That one went in. That one went in. There's one more back here. That one went in. There's we go. Come on that side, and then we get. Okay, that's in there. That one's in there. And this is pretty much where I think it cut off at, but I was taking it out. So right now I'm doing everything in reverse order of how you would take it out. Boom, bang, boom. All right. Ooh. Where my aqua go? So now we're back to this guy and this guy. I'm about to sit on this radiator. Sheesh, because this is killing me. No. This is actually a regular 8. Regular 8. Oh! I'm just running them down until they snug. Don't drop your socket in the freaking ports. I would still have these covered. Still have these covered. I ain't gonna lie. Okay. So, pretty sure they're all touching. Well, this one's probably not anymore. I think they're all touching. Except for this back one. And that back one. And the one all the way in the back. Like this. Like this. Station off. Let's see if I can stick that guy down in there. Yeah, that works. Okay. And then this one right here. Okay. Whew, let's go look up that torque spec. Hey, yay. Ooh. Okay. Let's go back. Alright, so installing. So we did all this already. Install the lower intake. Lower. Alright. Did this. New seals. Didn't have to take this off, so that's why we don't have to torque it. Alright. Position, we did that. Install the manifold attachment with the tag. And the secret shown the 106 instruments. So I'm gonna print this because I'm not gonna remember this. .106 in Park. Ooh, no, I lied. Yeah. Okay, 106 instruments. All right. And then connect the fuel injector connectors. Then connect the fuel supply hose. Then you put the insulator. And then you put the top manifold back on. Alright. So right now we're gonna do this. Ooh, that scared me. The tire pop always gets you. Unless you're doing the tire. If you're doing the tire, you'll be okay. Alright. So it's in that orientation. 106 in Park. We have this set up to 108. And so first, it's this guy right here. suspension unless you want to take forever. Alright, that's one. Two is the one all the way in the back on the same side. Oh, snap! Two. So this would be 4. So we skip 1 and go here. That's 3. This one in the back is 4. Four, 5 and 6 are right next to each other, so this would be 5. This is 5. It's 5. This is 7. That's 7. And this last one is 8. And these are 8 millimeters. 8mm bolts. I would not use, they have a Torx insert on the inside. I would not use it. I would use the 8mm. And double check number 1. Make sure it's still Torx to spec. Yeah, alright. Faith 2 is fine, but we're gonna double check 2. That's 2. Rest of these should be fine. Alright, so we did that. Now, I'm going to cover this back up just because I am going to mess with those connectors. Let's cover it just for now. Trust me, you don't want to do this twice. Make sure your tabs are pulled up, which they should still be from the last time. Plug them in, plug them in. One, this one, and then lock. Okay. 2. Oh, this is cylinder what? Technically that was 5. This is cylinder 3. Push in the lock. What's left of it? I'm about to tap that sucker in. You gonna go back. You gonna go back, my boy. You gonna fight me in and out. Yeah, you gonna go back. And then this is cylinder 1. Push in, and then lock. All right, so that side's in. Now we're gonna do the same thing on this side. So this is our hose. Hold your hose. Go back over there. And now this is like a plastic hose. I really don't want to mess with it too much. But so we go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So push the lock in. 2. Oh, sorry, that was technically even side. That was 6. This is 4. This is 2. You should push all your locks in. And after the locks are in, little hold downs. Ignition coils. And I'm gonna wipe that coil down because in case we have a misfire, I don't want to burn the car up. That was raw fuel. So try to clean that off. Make sure it doesn't drip on the exhaust. Things that are gonna get really hot. We should be good. Alright. I think it's time to put the manifold back on. Sorry, fuel rail first. I think this guy's set like that. You go above. We're gonna lock you in. So we hear the snap, which I'm not hearing. There's the snap. Okay, snap. Turn it. Make sure it's not frozen. Okay. And then the blue is the lock. Make sure the feet go in. Okay, make sure the feet go in. Okay. Boom, bang, boom. Boom, bop, bow. This goes on the intake at some point. Now on the back, there's a couple wires I want you to hold down. I really don't care about them. I really don't. Keep it 100 with y'all. Like this gray one right here. Like, where's this wire going? This absolutely needs this. Where's it gonna go? It's not gonna go anywhere. But y'all want it there so bad. I'll put it there. Alright. They want it there, I put it there. Alright. This will get held down in here at some point. I'm not really worried about that. I don't want to stretch none of my wires. But I think we're ready to put the upper back on. We're going to double check the manual just to make sure. But I think we're ready to put the plenum back on. I think that's his water. I don't know, we're grabbing a second. Ooh, diagram. Love wiring diagrams. What's up, bro? Just went through another pair of gloves. You doing all right?
Yeah.
Ooh, my bad,
sorry,
man.
Steph.
No, you good, bro. I'm in your way. Give me a cookie. That feed is right. Cookie and a water. And then we're gonna knock this out. All right. It's got a lighting issue. New seals. New seals. New seals. So you can put the pick in through the side on this. It's about the only thing they made easy on this thing. I said, me personally, I wouldn't even bother changing these. Like, they feel fine. Me personally, I just reuse them. And I save them half the time when I do replace them. Because they're not usually bad. And I try not to poke a hole in them. I try to get under it. And even if you do put a little pinhole in it, it's not going to cause no problems. If you use, sometimes a straight one is good. I'm trying to do one. No one's in. I don't even care about the oil that's in there. I don't to say I don't care, but it's not significant enough to where we need to do anything about it. It's plastic, and the way these seals are built, it's gonna seal up as soon as it gets a little bit of vacuum. Heat and vacuum, and these things will seep. Versus like on the Hondas, they have like a paper gasket, metal gasket. Still something you ain't gotta ever worry about on a Honda V6. I'm just saying. And that plenum is way easier to pull. I'm just saying. So that's on there. Oh. I always check the bottom. Because one guy, he put one of these back. He sat it on the bench, and it had leaves on it. And pieces of the leaves were on the bottom, and then he put it down, and it didn't seal, and he had vacuum leaks. And couldn't figure it out. Thought he unplugged something. In the meantime, it was just some leaves. Just some leaves. So I always check. It don't have to happen to me for me to learn from it, you know? Learn from other people's mistakes. Just something for y'all to watch out for. As well as balancing it on top of a, yeah. So, this thing faces this way, right? Yeah, because the bracket's over here. All right. Last time, make sure everything's plugged in over there. Nothing wonky. I don't think we twisted nothing out of the way but that guy. move this guy back over here. There's two little notches. And then I gotta get these two to go through this guy. As well as still kinda needs to slide under. Dang it. You want these up. You don't want these down. You want these up. You have to unscrew it to do it. Unscrew it just a tad. Just a tad. This one wants to come all the way out. I'll take this one out. If you want to come out, I ain't gonna fight you. Alright? So now, put these out of the way. Oh yeah. Under, which it is. Knees up. Watch this guy. Make sure you don't get it under. And you don't pinch him. Okay. Okay. Boom. Perfect. Now, turn. Get him started. Get him started. Get him started. This one back. Ooh. I would not lean on it right now. Or put any weight on it because it's not bolted down. I had the torque spec for, that's for the Chrysler Town and Country. So started the 1, and then it's 2 across, 4 across towards 1, 5, 6, 7. So I want you to start at the 1 by itself. And this is 7 to 9 newton meters. We're going to do, let me see, it's the same thing. This is 1, and it's 106. We're going to double check. So I don't feel like converting. Yeah, so 1, skip a row, 2 across, 4 across, 6 across. 89 inch-pounds. And that's crazy because it definitely says 7 and 9 newton meters top, and here it says 10. Ay, ay, ay. And then that's when you over tighten something and crack it. All right, let's do some more math. So this is 120, down 12 is 108, down another 12, what, 96, and another 12, 84. Okay, so we're gonna do 84. 60 plus 36. Am I bugging? 60, 72. Yeah, no, 74. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Got oil in there, don't worry, I'm gonna clean it out. Right now, we're gonna snug these down with the snugger. So snugger with some other name, snugger. All right, and in the order it wants me to go. So I know you can't really see that too well, but this is number one. This one. Let's just skip one and go intake side. It's two. That should be three. That should be four. This one is 5. 6, 7. Okay. Boom, bing, boom. All right. Now we're gonna make sure this is, free, which it is. And now we do, twerking. I'm gonna make sure it's 1, throttle side, I skip a row, 2, 3, and then I think let's go back 4, 5, 6, 7. We're gonna double check. Okay. Switch one more time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. I love it. It was definitely, I was like, oh, there's nothing there. And I'm like, wait, what is this there? Oh, 60, 72. So I got 84 right now. I'm gonna double check. Yep. This is 1. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. That one's stiff, so that's why I'm not gonna do that one again. We're gonna leave that alone. Phone is about to die. 6, 6, 7. All right. So now, I think this goes. Something else that goes over there. This, and something else clamped down in there. This is good. This goes there. This goes there. We'll do that after I deal with this. All right. Leave that there. I want to get these guys down. Like that, basically. Something like that. Whatever. Yeah. I think that's these two. Yeah, so I dropped one of those. The rest of those are there. Yeah. Alright. Rest of these are these guys. And that's why I didn't plug this in yet. So I already knew that was going to be a pain in the bottom.